Shalom, shalom. I'm not sure if my Wi-Fi service is up to par. Everything's kind of blank. I'm gonna give it a second to adjust. If any of you guys can hear me, comment below. Therefore, when everything snaps into place, I can begin. Hopefully, I'm clear. Why Salah speaking. All praises to the horizon, peace and wisdom. Hopefully, everyone's well. Want to take a time out and explain this thing. Ties up and everything. It's really official, like. It's really official and stuff. You know, the ears move. It's alive. It's like a live. Sometimes I rock it with one ear down because, you know, I'm yellow. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to wear it standard, like, you know. But I be rocking my joint one. Sometimes I throw an eyebrow up and all that. You know, I get to the groove, eh? Big oos. Shalom, shalom. Hopefully y'all well. Some of y'all need to go and hit a little blunt or something. Don't you uptight. I would say drink a beer, but I don't drink beer, so that's kind of broke. Like, you like a bum if you drink. Some of y'all drinking beer right now. You like, fuck you, fellas. I'm leaving this channel. I got better stuff to do than listen to this. Shut your ass up and put the beer down and get you some waters. Beer costs the same amount as water, don't it? That's how you know that shit. That's how you know you a bum if you drink beer. Beer cheaper than water, man. Come on now. I seen that nigga drinking a whole can of beer the same size as the water. He paid 50. He paid 50 cents for that can. I don't want to play with nobody now, you hear? Big see, old school. I ain't got time for the games now. Well, let's get to this deep knowledge. First, let me tell y'all this story. I have to. I'm not going to tell this. Peace and wisdom, ash for life. It's a mean story. I'm going to tell it. Hopefully, none of you guys take offense. This is this little boy. He has a brother. They annoy me. So I taught them a lesson. So I taught them a lesson like this. I told a little boy to come over. Come over here, sit down. Sit down, Cat Daddy. Let me talk to you for a second, man. You like to bother me and stuff. I said, you want to hear a story? He said, yeah. You know, kids, they gullible. You can offer them candy and be a stranger. Their mother told them don't take it, but they still like, but I want it. Come on over here. Come over here, little chimp. Sit on down. Oh, you gonna bring your brother with you? Oh, okay, well, you can sit down too then. So now, keep in mind, they get on my nerves. They annoy me. They have to learn a lesson. So when I was young, they had, they used to tell us scary stories about drug dealers. Preacher Earl. Shit like that. So I said, let me take it on back to when I was a kid, because these kids got to learn, like, they scary stories they not even scary. So I sit him down, I tells him about Preacher Earl. I say, back when I was your age, there was this monster. His name was Preacher Earl. And he have sex with little boys. He stick his ding-a-ling in a butthole, and then they go to hell for being a homosexual. I told him that's gonna happen to you. He got scared. His brother gonna jump in talking about, I'm going to hell too? I said, you definitely going, because you know, see. This nigga said, he's sitting crying like a retard. His moms came, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. Oh shit, I gotta get out of here. I said, you definitely going to hell, because you nosy. He's talking about, he was scared to tell his mother on me, but I'm like, I slid out of there. It's a deep thing. The point I'm making is this. Them kids are finished. Them kids gonna be drug dealers. I set them straight, man. I put them on a path. You're gonna be scared for days to come, you hear? Don't never mess with the wise one. Now, if you got little kids that get on your nerves, so boys, tell them they going to hell for being. But I lied. I don't care. God don't like homosexuality. If you let preach you and he stick his dingling in your booty, then you gotta go to hell, because that's the rules. Y'all scared, shaking like his brother don't got nothing to do with nothing. He off the hook. He just came for the ride. He wanted to jump in. Like, me too? You going first. Like, he gonna rape you first. I ain't know he was gonna start crying like he was in special ed. Like, oh shit, your silent cry is loud as hell. I tried to get out of here, but his mother came. What you do to my babies? I ain't do nothing. Wasn't me. I didn't tell him about Preacher Earl and booty holes. I didn't tell him myself. And sometimes it be like that. I got out of there though. I'm gonna call the cops on me and stuff. What did I say? What did I do? Yo, it's deep. Things that happened to us in the past, you can't even do it now. Like, you cannot tell little kids shit like that. You'll go to jail. In my day, all the kids, man, they told us all kind of dumb shit. Peace and wisdom, Dennis G. He said, we just need a laugh. Well, you just tell jokes for an hour straight, man. If y'all could see the little boy, I would say that the kids in the daytime, it's natural to be retarded. I don't know what it is. It got to be the food. These little kids is Similac, little cokehead babies. Similac is like cocaine on a kid's baby level. All they dealing with is milk. You know what I want? So you got real titties milk. Plural. You got real titties milk. That's the good stuff. Milk of magnesia. It comes from semen. That's that milk of magnesia. That's that Holy Ghost. That's that divine cow. You ever see a man's penis? It's like a cow's titty. You go like that to it, milk come out of it. It's a divine thing. Only cows and men. My wisdom be too deep, but this is deep stuff. It's funny, but it's real. Like, salam, shalom, black man, pentagram. I'm glad you guys grasp deep knowledge. It got to be funny too. Like, if the knowledge ain't funny, then ain't no healing involved. Feel me? So the knowledge got to be funny, like, if it ain't, then your spirit is all scrambled up. The knowledge is like a comedy show. You get it? When you get the whole aspects of life, you say, oh, man, I was stupid. It's like this. Y'all go all around the world for wisdoms. I'm just giving y'all an example of when you become enlightened on life. So y'all go all the way around the world for wisdom. Y'all read many books, listen to many people. Some of y'all do strange things because you manipulate it. Think that's gonna get you something. I had a person in the past tell me they sold the Anki. You sold your soul to the nigga that convinced you. I'm sorry. Y'all disturbed in the daytimes. I told her you sold your soul to the nigga that convinced you that foolishness. I'm in my mind like, damn, I can have sex with her. She do. I'm old school. If the chick is dumb, so that's the first thing you automatically think. Because we sexual. I don't care if a man try to act like, oh, I'm wise, I don't do anything wrong. All men like to have sex. At some point it pops in your mind. Nice vaginas. I want to say this right now, too, for all wise people to come after me. Any generation, any of y'all younger than me, and those of y'all that come after me to be like wise people. You could talk about sex. Your being wise is a status of like seniority, like a senior. And so when you're dealing with old people, they get to say anything that they want. You get it? Think like Dick Gregory, rest in peace. Say anything he want, he just cursed Charlemagne out on the in a breakfast club for no reason. Like, you feel me? And so when you're dealing with wisdom, you gotta be no holds bars, like no restrictions. You get my point? You gotta talk about vaginas, like the waters of it. Say kids is watching, they ain't supposed to be getting wisdom. They supposed to be playing. You feel me? The daytimes it's reversed. You got little kids, they seeking out wisdom, and you got adults, they seeking out play. So it's a deep thing. One of y'all mamas getting her titties done right now as I speak. But let me get to this deep. Now, you have this divine mass here. This is the mass of Usias when the ears are raised. So you already know. Somebody's mama's gonna be in a black night. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Don't worry about it. Now, as I explained to you guys before, I should have worn it. As I explained to you guys before, ninja is not what y'all think in today's times. A ninja comes from a Ronin. Meaning if you're a Japanese person, a Chinese person, you into martial arts, so you like, no, I know. You don't know nothing. Just be quiet and listen. I'll beat you up. Like, I'm just playing. These like, I'm a seesawless. Keep real. Now, a ninja's not what y'all think. Meaning a Chinese, a Japanese person, these people are not ninjas. I know that's going to be shocking to y'all. But I need y'all to remember that a ninja is an unorthodox thing. It was unconventional in its time. Meaning there's no ninjas now. You just have remnants. You get my point? Meaning ninjas were wiped out. This was a thing in some of their sciences and techniques that they use carried over to where, other martial artists adopt it into their thing. I'm saying that because if you go to Japan or somewhere and you ask them about ninjas, They're going to speak of it as if it's a part of their culture. They're not going to tell it to you in its beginnings when it was unconventional, meaning it wasn't a part of their culture. And so a Japanese person would have never been a ninja because that would make no sense. You Japanese from Japan, what's so unconventional about you? Why can't you? What's wrong with your ninja? You're fighting. You get my point? It had nothing to do with that. Meaning the ninja didn't have your normal martial arts clothing. This is in a time when you had your samurais. This was like, this was the king's top soldier. These warrior times. We have different terms now, like soldiers and generals, and so I don't want y'all to get lost. But think like an army. This is the samurai is he's like the king in that time. So you have the physical king in that time, the emperor, whatever word you want to use for the place. And the samurai would be a physical counterpart of the king. Meaning, the samurai is the king when the king is a warrior. Now, of course, the king can't fight and shit. He's a pussy. But, you get it? He has a samurai. And the samurai represents him on the battlefield and, amongst the people. The people know the samurai as basically the king and his thing. And so this samurai is over, basically all the soldiers and ranks to come under. I'm just giving y'all a brief breakdown. And so during them times you had your emperor, your king, his samurai. Now, of course, this samurai wear all the metaled up things, meaning this dude was like futuristic. You go into war with a samurai, you're not getting nothing off. And it's not about his technique, meaning you're not penetrating that uniform he wears. You could forget it. You get my point? So they were like indestructible, meaning the samurai was sent in when things needed to just get wiped. They were like the tanks in the past. Shit getting crazy, just send a samurai in. You got that crazy uniform on. It's like jousting. You can't get nothing through that. You gotta find whatever little vulnerable spot is in it. And if you ain't familiar with a samurai, you get my point? He metaled out, come through swinging his sword. And so this was your orders. Now, if the king died, this is before the samurai, meaning the samurai guards the king. And so if the king died, you will automatically assume, well, the samurai died before he did because the samurai guard him. You get it? Anybody trying to kill a king, they got to go through the samurai. But let's say that the king died before the samurai. The samurai is to disembowel himself. You get it? And the purpose of that is to show his honor. Meaning, if the king died before me, then that means I ain't doing my job. He guards the king. If you can kill the king and get through me, well, how you did that? I must be a traitor, a weirdo, a fake samurai. Meaning, this how the people gonna look at you of the place. You let the king die. I could have been a samurai. You useless, blood. How they even made you the samurai? So you look stupid as the samurai, like. So they disembowel themselves. Meaning, most samurais would. It's an honorable thing. But in truth, most samurais would do it like how if y'all would do it if the world start to look at y'all like, you get it? You ain't shit, blah, 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 and y'all become overwhelmed. Think like online. When y'all get like trolled to fucking death and then y'all like, I'm gonna kill myself. It's like that. You the samurai, the king died, you supposed to guard him. You got everybody in the whole city, even ranks above, well, ain't really no ranks above you, but you get my point? The small few that is, they blaming you. And so the samurai, he want to do it more than they want him to. Like, let me get away from these weirdos. You get it? And so it wasn't as hard as y'all would think. Meaning most people would say, man, if the king died, I'm not cutting my guts open. But when you put everything in a perspective, most of y'all would do it before y'all even heard the people. Because you knowing, like, I'm gonna go through hell. I don't even wanna, you get my point? Be bothered with this shit. It's not like now where you hopping on a plane, you go to the next country. You're stuck there. And so, more than likely, you probably die anyway. You get my point? I mean, just be real. And so, that's how it went in them times. Peace and wisdom, Tina Hugo. You had the king, his samurai. If the king died, before the samurai was to disembowel himself. Now, let's say the samurai decided for whatever reason, I'm not doing it. I ain't got the heart to. Then the samurai would be referred to as a ronin. So you have a samurai, this is the king's warrior. If the samurai loses honor by not disemboweling himself, he become a ronin. And so of course he become exiled, but this is on his own because he gonna get killed. You get my point? He dishonored, he lost his honor. He can't stay in the city after that. And so now he's gonna roam to the wilderness, other areas outside of the city, mountain areas and things like that. Now during them times you had slaves, meaning you had the Nanban trades. This is when the Portuguese was bringing their spoils from Africa and America. Because Africa was colonized, the Congo River area was colonized maybe 10 years before America. So it was kind of like a joint venture. Most people don't know that. I broke that down in a previous video. I don't want to get into all of that, but of course y'all know Italy and Spain is what colonized America. It's the same with Africa. And so the spoils is being brought back to Europe, and then you get it exported to like Japan and different places. So in the 1500s in Japan, you got the Nanban trades. This is with the Portuguese. Now they're trading African slaves and American slaves, meaning black people. But you know, this is slave trade times, so ain't just trading people. What is that black samurai? Yakushi? Yashuki? Yasuki? I forget, something like that. Yasuki. Meaning they have a tale of a black samurai, and he got like that from slave trade. Meaning the slave trade that I'm telling y'all about with the Portuguese and the Japan, well, you have a tale of, you get it? Yasuki. Thank you. You have Yasuki. He was a black samurai. He was a slave, though. And they traded him in a Nanban. You get my point? Meaning he was traded. Some emperor bought him. And he became that emperor's samurai. Meaning his warrior. Now the point of me bringing that up is because of this. During them times you had no ninjas yet. You had emperors and samurais. And then you had black slaves from Africa and America there being sold as slave servants or whatever. Sometimes you'd have these black slaves, they'd be a little unruly. And so the master may just kick them out, meaning they become like wandering slaves, runaway slaves, meaning some slaves will run away from their master. 1 second. Some slaves will run away from their master. Like I said, other slaves may even be kicked out by their master. Meaning if you bought a slave and it's eyeballing you, I don't think like you're going to try to resell it. We talking humans. Same with pets. Meaning if y'all buy a dog and that dog ain't acting right, well, how long you going to keep it? Like that. You kick the dog out. Get the fuck out of here. Same thing happened with slaves in the past. They get bought by certain masters, and if it don't work out, ain't no store where they bringing a slave back. Like, hey, you can get my money back. But if you can't sell that slave, and if you don't want him, more than likely ain't nobody else gonna buy you. come with a perfectly good slave talking about I want to sell his slave. Why? Then they gonna know, oh, that slave must be dangerous. Eyeballing you with something. Because why you getting rid of him? And for cheap too. Like they just want to give him for free, like. And so you have slaves wandering around in that time. Meaning they gonna wander off to outside of the city, you know, the wilderness forest area. This is where your Ronin and your wandering slaves, your Africans and your American slaves, meet. Meaning your Ronins, these is your samurais that's disgraced or dishonored. They outside of the city limits, on exile time, hiding out. And you got these African slaves that start their little community on the outsides of the city too. And so this is who the Ronins is coming into contact with. Black African slaves, whether they from Africa or America. And so this is where you get the word ninja from. And this is how ninja becomes unconventional, meaning something that the Japanese frown upon. Because you're not supposed to teach no black person Japanese tradition, especially the fighting tradition. Now you got to remember, the samurai, he's a Ronin now, so he can care less about any rules. He's a disgraced. And so you get it? The slaves kind of become his servants. He teach them. You get my point? He still has his rank or his know-how. He been a part of a city. He been running the whole army. He know how to run some slaves, man. You get my point? It ain't really that hard. And so he teach them to be a ninja, and you get it? He kind of become his own king now. Got these he got these ninjas. Now you get the word ninja from nigga or negra, meaning when you're dealing with Latin people, your Portuguese, your Italians, etc., your Spanish. Negra means black, like the color. That's where nigga come from. Most people don't got the roll of the R like, the Spanish. So when you come into contact with rednecks from the country, they gonna be like nigger. They don't know how to say negra. But that's how that happened, meaning that word nigga. And if you lost, that's an American-based word, truly. Meaning that's something that come from our slavery, nigga, and like that. The Spanish came here. Again, when you're dealing with the Spanish, they got the word negra. It means black. That's what they calling the people when they see them. And when they black, they negra. It's like, they black. When they trading them, they calling them the same thing, negras. This is before like they developing cities and got names of the cities and the people taking the names of the city, Puerto Rican and this and that. You just got black indigenous people. They just calling them like I got blacks. The Spanish is white. The Japanese is white. So they like I got negras. Japanese don't speak in the same dialect as them. So they pronouncing negra like ninja. That's how you get that. This is how ninja become unconventional and something that's frowned upon. And of course, after they get wiped out, then it kind of gets accepted into the culture. Just like black people was frowned upon in the time, but now y'all accept it in the culture. Like that. Meaning, Obama was a black president, but it wasn't always like accepted like that. So you have to grasp. Now, that's just a little brief history for y'all to grasp. The way y'all see ninja in the daytimes, y'all see it from a distorted perspective. Meaning after it's been adopted by Hollywood and Japan and so when I tell most people with ninjas like black people, that was taught Japanese culture as well as alchemy, poisons and things. Because this is what a ninja truly is. He ain't so much of a fighter, but a stealth thing. I'll poison you and get out of there. Make little bombs and smoke. You get it? He an alchemist. Meaning he learned the seals, roots of the plants, which I will call voodoo or roots. The alchemy, he learned that. And he kind of moved his way like that. Of course, he learns like aerobics and things like that. Like I said, it's not that much based on fighting. But ninja want to learn how to fight. Well, he can learn how to fight any kind of way he want. You get my point? Meaning it ain't really based on fighting. Ain't no ninjutsu. You just have many jitsus. That's techniques of fighting. They kind of added ninjutsu. Again, ninja was not conventional. So there would have been no ninjutsu in that time. It's not even accepted. You get it? They don't even view it as a real thing. Meaning you got slaves learning from disgraced Romans. And so they looking at it in that way. A ninja in the past ain't having no black uniform. He had whatever rags on he had. He was just nice with his hands and knew some extra stuff that a regular fighter wouldn't know. You get my point? Like alchemy. And poison them or do anything to them while they fighting and get out of there. Then you all messed up for days to come. Now in the past I said, because someone asked me about the mask and being a ninja, and I said it starts with the seals. Of course I explained to y'all what seals is. That's the alchemy. When you mix in different substances, this is your spirit summoning practice. And so your first ninja would have learned by means of the seals. You get my point? Meaning y'all view a ninja as somebody that get taught by another person. And yeah, I guess you can have that. But in the past, a ninja was taught by way of the seals. Remember, I said a ninja learning alchemy. So he already know certain things. I don't want to go so in depth. It really ain't y'all business. But like I said, the first ninja would have learned by way of seals. Whatever you take from that, you do. Now, if you lost, if we can go back to the first ninja, how he learned that part. I'm going to say it again. If anybody tell you that's a lie, ask them. You had to have a first ninja. Forget ninja, because this deeper than that. You had to have a first martial artist, right? How'd he learn? Who taught him? Don't say another person, because he's the first. So who taught him? Now, when you're dealing with Japanese culture, you got the Tengu. And these are your heavenly hounds. So if you ask me, what's the mask for? It's a dog mask. Anubis. Anubis is a dog. You always have the heavenly hounds or the hounds of hell. The fox spirits. Many different names. Now these Tengu, your fox spirits, are your hounds of heaven. These chaotic spirits, they know martial arts. Meaning anything you could think of on the planet. Any arts. To be an electrician. Say, man, that's a cool trade to know. Especially in a time where ain't nobody got lights. Think back in the day. Man lighting up his crib with fire. Got a torch. The first man that say like, we gonna mix copper and nickel together. Run wire. And I'm gonna make it light up. The first electrician. Who taught him? We talking about something that you don't just figure that out. That's something you gotta learn. Meaning y'all ain't gonna, it ain't a day not gonna come where y'all just living and y'all like, oh yeah, I know how to. Ain't like walking where you like, man, I would eventually just got up and walked on my own. Whoa. What the fuck is going on in life? Life is strange, blood. Nigga said, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Is that real? What the fuck? Living crazy times, man. Let's see if this is real. The fuck? The fuck, nigga?
So, allegedly, Medicare blogger Kevin Samuels has passed away. According to Gossip of the City, she says the source doesn't know the apartment number, but to ask for Kevin Samuels at the front desk, there's an unresponsive male and he's not breathing or alert. And so, yeah, so far the only proof that we have, but this story is definitely coming out. I don't know if it's true or not, but he's very controversial in the past. So I don't know how the internet is going to take this news or anything like that, and I don't even know if it's true. This is all alleged, but yeah, the internet is buzzing, and they're saying that Kevin Samuels has passed away. Yeah, he's popular for his dating advice. Very controversial because he's always coming against black women and saying that women are average and over.
Now, if you young and you get popular like Kevin Samuels, this is alright. If you like Kevin Samuels' age and you getting lit, you want to take it easy because when you get into Hollywood and you fucking with that yayo, then you die. None of that. Rest in peace if it's true. But y'all already know, like, shit go deep. Bro, why you keep asking me dumb shit? Some of y'all are like way annoying. Damn, I'm trying to get busy. He asking about Shogun. Fucking, we wanna know about Bruce Leroy and Kung Fu Joe too? Now, like I was saying, if you old, you be fucking around in Hollywood, you be messing around with these young internet, these young internet dots. Take your time, be move easy. Your heart ain't like it was when it was young. Throw back some yayo and clock on out. The yayo ain't like it used to be in the past. Blood, they cutting that shit with all kind of shit. Fentanyl, I've heard. I would, I don't know. He said that yayo. Y'all be knowing I know, blood. I come from good backgrounds, I should say. If Kevin Samuels did pass, that's unfortunate. I'm not trying to be funny around his death. It's real what I'm saying though. Y'all niggas get up there in age. I'm 40. So most of the people I grew up watching, y'all like 50 something, man. Take it easy. Most of these people been partying like maniacs since they was young. They been stars. I'm not talking about Kevin Samuels. I'm talking about like, like your Jamie Foxxes, your Dave Chappelle's. I'm not saying I'm not saying who fuck with the cocaine. I'm just saying like if you are, you want to take it easy. If you know you're like 50 and higher, let it harder cave in. It's a deep thing. Wine and young meat is crazy. Get him some of that young vagina. That young vagina take you out. Like cocaine and young vagina. This ain't a good. It's like I said, seals. You gotta remember, vagina juice is substance. I'm gonna have one on y'all face, one. Yeah, I know how it goes in a party. They make these niggas sound like you going to a wild party when you gotta sign an agreement. Like you gotta sign a contract to go. The contract say like you can't bring no you can't bring no phone, nigga. You can't record anything. If you do anything, you will be like, this is just a party. Why do I gotta sound like an army thing? Like it's gonna be a wild party, man. You're gonna walk in, it's gonna be men just having sex with men right here, women having sex with women, Men and women. You will see a kid just pop the fuck up every now and then. Like, that's a five. That's a motherfucking 5-year-old. What's a 5-year-old doing here, cat daddy? I think I need to leave. Like, you got your white dude in the back, the one that they whacked in jail. What's his name again? I forgot his name. And he got his little chick, Elaine. Peace and wisdom, Sir Stoic. Damn, that's fucked up. They said people on Twitter celebrating his death, though. Damn, that means we like 3 months from the end times if they doing that. Nah, let me stop. Some of y'all like, man, we 3 weeks from the end times, y'all. I mean, I'll get y'all next few checks. Just give it to me, like. Where I talk to the good man upstairs. Get y'all on in there, yeah. Otherwise, I have to do y'all like I did them kids. You're the preacher. Did y'all hear the story of Preacher Earl? Let me stop bothering y'all. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just rewind to the beginning. If y'all celebrating Kevin Samuels' death, that's fucked up because he can hear y'all. Like, there's nothing worse than being dead and hear niggas curse you. Like, this shit goes deep. Say Kevin kept it real with these women and they hated for him. Kevin didn't keep it real with women. I don't want to say that. He had his own perspective on things. You know, and everybody can have a perspective on things like that. So, but, yeah, he dead, champ, so they said. You know, I break the news first, like, niggas start lying. Y'all all seen somebody told me, but I don't care. I know I break shit first, blood. I'm going live when the nigga died and shit like that, so I break shit, I break shit first. I'm here when you want to know what happened first. The same when Nipsey Hussle died, my nigga. I was live. Kicked right on in my live first. Some of y'all watching right now, like, damn, I was watching that video when Nipsey died. I did find out Nipsey died on your channel. It's like the 8th time a nigga died right while I was going live, or the news kind of popped out while I was live and interfered with my video. I forgot what I was breaking down when Nipsey Hussle died, but it was deep. It says Solace faster than WAC 100. Whoa! Solace don't break news, champ. I was just joking. I ain't got nothing to do with gossip. Y'all know. I know what I live by. Lick your lips. Keep your mouth closed, your ears open. Kiss your mother, tell her the food was good. That's it. You ain't gotta do nothing else. 56 years old and talk a good game, now he gone. Some of y'all like so jealous in the daytime, y'all probably happy that the man dead. A person gaining wealth and attention and then them dying don't make you next up. It's like I said, a lot of y'all be feeling like y'all was slumming and bumming with people and then they came up and left you behind. Kevin Samuels don't know none of y'all. Meaning those of y'all that's hate on him, he don't know y'all. He dead. So you see, like, you not next up now. You ain't got nothing to do with that man. Meaning his wins or his losses don't have no effect on you. I'm saying that because a lot of y'all be like jealous. You got this slumming and bumming mentality. You see niggas doing their thing, you kind of have the mentality like if a nigga was slumming and bumming with you and now he on. You know, you got a homeboy, y'all bums together, but if he was to get on, then you'd be like, this motherfucker ain't even put me on too. You kind of got that perspective for people that don't even know you. Like, fuck that nigga, he a sellout. The point I'm making is that you don't gotta hate on nobody because 9 times out of 10, whatever they doing, you ain't next up. Meaning they not in your way. You just ain't doing shit. So, mad. But in regards to Kevin Samuels talking real stuff to women, a lot of the things he said was not right. Like, in terms of like, you get it, high value, low value, or however that works. There's no high value in low value. You get my point? There's just broke people that acquire money or escape brokenness. And then they judge themselves against where they're coming from. You have to remember, people who born into wealth and are wealthy, they don't know nothing about high value. What the fuck is high value to them? You get my point? They was born with wealth. They don't know nothing about broke shit to be like, oh, I'm high value and that's low. They don't know. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I've been rich. What is rich? What's you talking about? Like that. High value and low value ain't something that the wealthy made up. It's something that the poor made up. Meaning Kevin Samuels was poor and grinding and doing whatever he needed to do to get where he got. When he got there, so you get my point? High value when this and that. But that's truly not for that. Meaning, let the wealthy be that way. But like I said, the wealthy don't know nothing about that. They just wealthy. They don't. And so, it's a battle against the impoverished. Meaning you got the impoverished that become wealthy. This is most of the stars that we love and know. And so you get my point? It's a battle of the bombs. It's a war against the impoverished. It's deep. You gotta grasp. But ain't no high value and low value. Meaning if you poor, the times is shallow. So I suppose y'all all feel the weight of that. But ain't no high value and low value. There's just stupid, dumb, and useless. And those with a mind in use. And so that's all you truly got. You get my point? When you're dealing with value, so value controlled by the system, and anybody that's going to sell themselves out or sell themselves short, going to have access to, things. But, you get my point? Kevin Samuels had more money than most of y'all, let's say. But y'all alive and he ain't. Rest in peace if he dead. So you get my point? Value ain't what y'all putting value as. Value is more than the things that y'all, focus on. Like the materials and the finances and the following. You get my point? Meaning he had a lot of following, but y'all hate him, so you get my point? It don't even matter. Be aware of these things. You live in strange times. Like I said, we about 3 weeks away. Yeah. We 3 weeks away, baby. Don't worry. Now, y'all threw me off on this deep video. I was about to go deep on this ninja thing. But I forgot where I was. So, just know a ninja's not what y'all think it is. A lot of y'all probably think like, you might be a Chinese person and you like, man, he's making up things. Blood, I'll knock you clean out. I'm not making up nothing. Like, I'll poison you. Like, whatever you want to see, I'll show anybody. You feel me? Like, if you think like, nah, he capping, I could poison you, blood. I don't even think you would question that. Meaning fake is when it's not real. My sword is real. It's sharp too. I could cut you with it. The point I'm making is that, like, if you like a Japanese person and you think like, he said, what kind of poison? Any kind, man. You a Japanese person and you thinking like it's not real. It's real. Trust me. Trust me, it's real. Now, if you somebody who say like, Solace, I want to learn to be a ninja, Solace. Can you teach me? A ninja's not an athlete, or like a competitor. You get my point? Meaning y'all are competitors. Y'all have y'all perspective on things. You get my point? Like UFC, boxing, y'all competitors. Not the fighters, dig. Like y'all that's the fans. So y'all like, I wanna learn UFC, martial arts, this, that. This always teach me ninja. This don't got nothing to do with that. You get my point? Meaning a ninja's not a competitor or an athlete of some sort. Meaning you can't use ninja stuff. To ask me to teach you to be a ninja is like the equivalent of you going up to a hitman and saying, teach me to be a hitman. You get my point? I'm just giving you like an example. Like it's two different things. Ninjas is killers. It don't have nothing to do with competition. So you don't need to learn to be a ninja, if that makes sense. Some of y'all get lost. I come from an environment where like little kids are familiar with guns. You get my point? Most of y'all have to go to the range at some point in your life to learn how to shoot. I come from environments where you learn on the roof, like, but you're just a kid. I'll bring you to the hood. Little kids know how to load a weapon, cock it, and all that. They understand the workings of a gun. They 7, 8, 12. They know how to shoot it. You get my point? They shoot cans on the roof and shit. And I come from a certain environment where nobody not playing. You get my point? I say that because a lot of y'all get confused. Like, he playing or joking. I don't even come from that environment where nobody not playing or joking. I know how to cook up crack. You know how to do that? Meaning I'm giving you a perspective to truly grasp the environment I'm coming from. Not now, but just as a child growing up. Meaning when I tell you, learn to be a ninja, man, it's like asking a hitman to teach you how to be a killer. Now, I'm not saying I'm a killer, nothing like that. I don't even get none of that. That's stupid talk. But I'm just giving you a point. If you lost and like, man, this nigga playing games. Blood, I come from an environment. Some of y'all come from those same kind of environments. And so to think what I'm saying is stupid, you stupid as hell. You get my point? Meaning I'm older, I'm more relaxed and cool. I'm not on that kind of time, but don't get it twisted. Like I said, I come from certain environments. Most of y'all have to go to the range to learn how to shoot. I come from those environments where you learn that young. I learn how to be a chemist young. Like I said, I can cook cocaine in the crack. Like for real. I fix up heroin, all that shit. As a kid, 17, 18. You know how to do that? Or do you know somebody that do? And don't say yeah. Because I come from the environment. I mean, when I was young, used to do what I do. You had a lot of people in my neighborhood that moved product. But 90% of them used to come to me to whip it. Because most niggas don't know how to do that. Even in that environment. Meaning that's science even there. And so, and I'm not capping. Meaning most dudes in that environment, you would think like, dude sell drugs, then he know how to do that. That's different. That's something else. Like, it's science. It's chemistry. You get it? Meaning you literally got to be good like a chemist. And so, a deep thing y'all have to grasp. I kind of came from an environment in certain things where it's just like, yeah, you learn things you shouldn't know. The point I'm making is nothing's pretend. I don't want y'all to get that part confused. Where you like, I want to have a competition with Silas. I don't know nothing about that kind of stuff. You gonna get hurt. But I'm not saying that for you to like get scared. Like whatever you want to do, you could do. I wouldn't talk you out of it. Like no, don't try me because I'm roof. Do whatever you want. If you die, you get my point. I don't want nobody to be like, what's going on? I was just testing. Like, you get it? You know how y'all like troll people? Y'all see people y'all see on YouTube or TV, and then y'all like, well, troll them. That's not for me. I'm just telling you now. And so I'm giving y'all those little bit of examples, so just so you know, like, get lost at me telling jokes on here and having a little fun and giving you wisdom. Cool. But outside of that, I'm not gonna play with you or nothing like that. And so just keep these things in perspective. Meaning some of y'all are like YouTube people. When you're doing your little training on YouTube, don't mistake me for you. We don't come from the same environment. You get my point? That stuff you do is cool. And I'm not saying it ain't good or none of that. You get my point? Everybody do whatever they do. Like I said, I come from an environment where niggas learn how to shoot young and do a whole bunch of stuff young. I wasn't an observer in the environment. So, however you perceive it, you just keep those things in mind. You'll be alright in this life. Now, it's hard. I swear to God. Alright, now, I was going to give y'all some deep ancient Egyptian knowledge after I finished breaking down this ninja thing. But if y'all have any questions on that, y'all can ask. If y'all have something else y'all want me to break down, y'all can. I still got time. If y'all cool with the ancient Egyptian, let me know. Y'all want me to tell a story about Preacher Early? Nah, let me stop. Y'all want to hear that story about Preacher Early and just let me know, you know? I got y'all, like, don't worry about it. Can y'all please answer? I want to get along with the video. A lot of y'all live in a lot of y'all are like metaverse minded in perspective. You get my point? You view life as some weird. You get my point? Meaning in the daytimes y'all delicate. Y'all view life like some. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. Y'all kind of too far gone. Meaning some of y'all like have a perspective like he wise, but he don't act like he wise. Y'all are fake. You get my point? I don't know how else to say that. When I was growing up, the elders was real. And I ain't had nothing to do with no fake talking you and pretending like, oh, they tell you real shit. I was a fucking kid when I was your age, blood. I don't boom, 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 boom. They put you up on game. All the way. When I'm doing that, I don't want y'all to get lost. Like, oh, this nigga, blood, y'all fake in today's times. I'm just giving you real fucking jewels. Yeah, you got niggas online and they boxes and they this. That's beautiful. Those niggas would die in an environment I come from. That's just real life. Most of y'all know that I got bullet holes and stab wounds on me, blood. These niggas would be in the coffin. And so don't ever mistake me as a delicate. You got to be smoking crack or some shit if you want to do that. You don't have to like me. You can get anything twisted you want. Again, whoever you got is tough. They wouldn't last in the environments I'm coming from. That's just real talk. I was a boss in my environment, meaning that I had hella niggas working for me. Niggas there ain't soft in ass. You not just doing that. I ain't got no big brother. And so don't ever mistake me as a delicate. But you don't gotta mistake me as like, you get it? I'm just an older guy. I got a childhood just like y'all have. Like, you get my point? From a different time. That don't mean I'm on that kind of time, but men don't forget how to ride bikes and stuff. So you get my point? But don't get lost. And don't get so faked out. Because I don't teach in that manner. Where you gotta like, be all goofied out. Like you're reading from a script or something. So just keep these things in mind. Shalom, shalom, Crystal Jefferson. Watch the beginning of the video. I explained the mask. And you asked, why did I pick up the mask? The video. Just read the thumbnail. I be wondering if y'all be on drugs sometimes. I hope my smoking marijuana in the video don't like encourage some of y'all to be like, you get my point? I got my thing. I'm good. You get my point? Everybody ain't the same. I smoke a little bud, but I handle my shit. I don't drink and all that extra shit. You get it? I mean, you keep track of what y'all do. They dumb y'all out. Like I told y'all in the past, try not to have more than 2 habits. Once you got more than that, you trying to fuck yourself up. Jimmy Infinity said program or simulation. Are y'all aware like we in really dumb times? I'm just asking. You don't gotta personalize it to your own self, but just are like some of y'all aware of that? Like most of y'all are gonna be completely dumb. Okay, shalom. Do some of y'all realize like y'all dumb? I'm just asking. Nobody gotta take it personal. I'm just trying to get a perspective. Like, dumb is the goal. He said, really dumb child. Beyond what y'all could fathom. Dumb beyond what you could fill up him. I said, I have. I'm not sure if y'all can get to a place of divinity. Meaning, I'm not even sure if I could. Get it? Like I said, y'all in a fake place. You get my point? Shallow, kind of fake minded. It's the times, though. It's just normal in the times. And so in that, you get my point? Meaning y'all living at times where y'all can't even say certain shit. If you say faggot, you niggas be like, and so use that as an example. Meaning like y'all minds are like that. Kind of faked out. And so y'all perspective is a little shallow of things. Meaning y'all be like, why is people ain't like this and that? And you get my point? Wise is a freeing. Look at all the perspectives that y'all have. In the mind. When you get wise, wise is a free. View yourself as being free in mind. You see how y'all have all these perspectives? You say a wise man ain't supposed to be like this or that. Or this ain't supposed to be like this or that. To say a thing ain't supposed to be this way or that way is a perspective of control in perspective. Not saying you want control over the thing, but just to say you live under a control system. And so your perspective always fall in line with that. You get my point? Well, this is supposed to be like that and that is supposed to be like that. What if it's not? Then what? Like that. Then it's out of y'all programming. I'll say no, but like that. Y'all too fake. The way I am is what a wise man would be. You get my point? Meaning I'm honest. Yeah, I could sit here and be like, hello, how y'all doing? It's Wise Solace. I want to break down this or that. That's fake and it's pointless. How y'all learn like that? Y'all ain't like that in y'all real lives. I'm not teaching y'all how to be in a job, and you get my point? It's not school. I don't need to teach you conduct. I'm teaching you what life is and understandings of that. Conduct don't matter. You just dumb or not if you don't know, like, if you don't know how to act, that's 4 years old stuff. There you go, Philippine. A little droided out. Y'all like androids. If things don't fit with the programming, I don't know how to explain it. But if you somebody on the path of wisdom, start there. Notice how your mind is all controlled and you got perspectives and a whole bunch of stuff that don't got nothing to do with you. It's stuff that shape and form and make you. Meaning these ideals, perspectives that y'all adopt, that's what make y'all. You get my point? The young Muslim guy, Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a gangster. You see how he adopted the religion? This don't have nothing to do with religion is good or bad. I'm just giving you a perspective. You see how he adopted the religion and then he changed? Meaning the religion or the perspective changed him. It controlled him. Like that. Y'all live by certain ideals, certain perspectives, but y'all didn't make these things up. And y'all haven't took a time to think on them either. Y'all adopted them because everyone adopts them, just like the laws y'all live by. You get it? Thou shalt not steal, rob, blah, blah, blah. These is things y'all just adopted. You get my point? You heard it. You adopted it. So there it is. But there was never a moment of your freeing yourself from it. You get my point? These being things y'all picked up from young. Let me get this pen. I'm going to draw something. Like I said, these being things y'all adopted from young. Belief system, this thing, that thing, whatever the case may be. This perspective, that perspective. A wise man supposed to be like this, that's supposed to be like that. These perspectives and ideals y'all have, they control how y'all are as people and they shape and form y'all into y'all fates. You get my point? Meaning Frank James just shot up the train. Now he in jail. He probably gonna kill himself or something, whatever. You get my point? But it's the perspectives and the ideals that he adopt in the time to drive him crazy. If you say, no, that ain't it. Well, how does a nigga get to be his age and then go crazy now? Like, why the fuck, man? What was we listening to in the past that's different than now to make a nigga lose his mind? Again, he been here all these years. What the hell? Like, what the hell is he listening to now to make a 60-something-year-old nigga lose his fucking mind? Perspectives and things y'all adopt. Meaning the ideals and the perspectives and all the controls over y'all mind that y'all adopt in, these things control y'all more than just, I don't want y'all to think like just control y'all like, oh, I don't do nothing and I do what I'm told. But it controls y'all in all kind of ways. And so start to look at how many false ideals and things y'all adopt. Start to look at how much control over the brains like that you have. Most can't even identify these things in themselves. You get my point? Meaning most can't identify, I have this thing that I view like that, and that is the reason that I have the outcome in the reality that I have. You get my point? Let's say you a Muslim right now. You wear your joint, I forgot what it's called, or hijab, or whatever. You live a certain kind of way because of the ideal you have, your belief system. If you didn't have that belief system, you'd be somebody completely different. We have no clue who that person is because the belief system that you live under. So y'all all the same. Meaning all women is covered up. You don't know who they are as a person. It's not important. I'm going to say it again. They are covered up. You don't know who they are as a person. You get my point? And that, because of that, they live that way how they do, restricted, under control, because of a perspective. Wisdom is the unwinding of these things. When one grows mentally and there is no controls over the self. The same way y'all are kids and have parents over y'all thinking for y'all, doing stuff for y'all. But at some point y'all have to get to a point where y'all become grown-ups for y'all own self. If that's not the goal, then what we even talking about? Meaning y'all shown that in life. Y'all kids, y'all grow up to be bigger than y'all parents. So the life showing you there, like, you have to do on your own at some point. Whatever you think you got here in life, whether it's an ideal, a parent, or whatever, it's just a crutch. You still have to stand on your own 2 feet. You get my point? Same in mind. Yeah, y'all have Bibles and religions and gods and all these many things that y'all use as crutches. If you got a God, that's what you use God for. A crutch. An escape from you being the perfection that you claim this thing that you worship is. But that don't really make no sense. You a dirty, filthy sinner, but you worship this great thing. Y'all cool. Get real. That's stupid. You use it as a crutch to avoid self. Meaning if you got God separate from self, then so let what I just said be what it is for you. If you got God separate from yourself, again, if you got God separate from yourself, y'all get it, right? Or do I have to say it? And he's separate from yourself. And so if you in a religion, God's separate from you. That part. And so if God's separate from you, he's separate from you. You could play word games with yourself, but so that's the reality of it. Meaning I don't come here to take y'all from y'all religions. They y'all crutches. They y'all parents. But y'all still got to grow up as mine. Whether y'all do it now or when y'all die. And the mind carries over or whenever. But it got to get done. You get my point? Or y'all going to go through y'all hardships. It get hard for a kid when they become like 18, 19, 20. But they still got to live under their parents' rules. Then it become real hard. You get my point? Meaning they life. It's the same for y'all as minds. And most of y'all listening, you know this. Meaning I don't care if you a dedicated Muslim, a dedicated Christian. Like I said, I ain't here to disturb y'all. I don't have no problem with y'all. Y'all like children. I'm just trying to help y'all. If you a kid, I'm not teaching with the mind that children here. But if you are, so you have parents. So you have a religion. You get my point? Your parents have a certain religion that they believe in. They your parents. You have to oblige to their rules. You have their religion too. You get my point? And so when I'm saying what I'm saying, it really ain't for you. It's for you, but you ain't even an adult yet. Meaning the body become an adult before the mind. Frontal lobe still taking shape and form after you 21. The body become fully grown before the mind do. And so if you still got parents, meaning you ain't fully grown physically, then your mind definitely ain't. And so you gonna need the God and the religion of or something to keep you in order, till you can keep your own self in order. You get my point? So this all y'all religions and y'all God is. It's like something to keep an adult in order that ain't take the time out to put no order to themselves. Like I said, y'all and God is one thing. That's everybody. People get separated from God, then they have to like have a religion, a median thing. And so if anything I'm saying is wrong, you just explain to me how. Meaning if you're a Muslim or Christian, you got a median. Why? Like for what? Oh, you meet God when you die? God's in death? God's dead. One of y'all asked me before. I say, what? Why you say God is dead? Playing in the background in the music. I just popped out. It's just say God is dead. Y'all don't get it, but so talk to Christians when I'm saying that. God is dead. God is dead according to Christians. Say how you figure that? Say he gonna raise them from the dead. You only talk about him in the dead blood. Tell them where Jesus at right now. They don't know. Show me his grave. It ain't here, nigga. Don't worry about it. He in the dead. He Osiris, blood. God of the quick and the dead, my nigga. And I ain't capping. Meaning, Osiris. God of the quick and the dead. The Lord of hosts. The Lord of lords. Like, the YHWH. So, there was a time when you having a religion, you know, this was a good thing. But y'all living in times where the religion has been exploited. God got a whole last name. Nigga name is Jesus Christ. Said they done gave the good Lord a last name, blood. They tripping. First they gave God a first name. Jesus. I said, oh, they disrespectful. They gonna throw the hay on the front of Zeus. Like, I said, hey, okay, this how we playing. Some of y'all so lost, y'all forget your Christianity come from Jewish, like the Torah. The Dominican do Jesus. That's what I try to tell them. Like, keep your eye open. Wait, y'all know I winked at them. I said, keep your eyes open. Like, first they gave God a first name, Jesus. You can get mad at me all you want. That's how you pronounce J-E-S-U-S. Jesus. You do not pronounce J-E-S-U-S, Jesus, ever. Even now. Like, Y'all just choose to say, meaning y'all just choose to say Jesus wrong. You can play dumb all you want. There is no Jesus, like, you get it? That's from y'all saying Jesus wrong. They gave Jesus a name. Oh God, they gave him a name. No, they ain't personified their God. God is a person. But I'm just talking like they gave this person a name. This person is the Lord of hosts, meaning this person is a person. You know, like how you like a multi-cell organism? You like a bunch of shit in one. But you just one thing, though, your own self. Like that. They gave God a name, Jesus. No big deal. Time goes by. 1500s roll on by. God got a last name. Jesus. I mean Jesus. Jesus Christus. I said, yeah, they playing cold-blooded Dominican games, man. Like Dominicans or somebody Spanish stole God. I don't know how to break this down without y'all religion serious to y'all. This shit just book games. Some of y'all feel me, you like, yo, he is dead blood right, but it's just too funny to just you got the Portuguese and the Spanish, these crafty motherfuckers, man, they doing deals. They kings and queens. Like, yo, man, we got navigators and shit. We need to go and get this land and all that. Somehow, they left Europe. Jesus was wherever he was in Europe. Just Jesus or Zeus. Because it's the same. They bring all their customs from Europe. Their religion as well. Christianity. Right? But when they get there, peep how they go blooded. Meaning you been had the same religions, but you got creepy ass niggas putting their name on God because nobody know. Like, yo, we gonna go colonize the Amazon rainforest, blood. You get it? We gonna start a country over in the Amazon rainforest. We gonna call it whatever. We gonna bring them our customs though. Meaning we Babylon monkeys, baby. We Muslims and Christians, dog. We got our religion and our customs. And we gonna bring it to these indigenous people in the Amazon rainforest. But we ain't gonna tell them like God name is Jesus. So y'all gonna one of y'all gonna lie and be like, and Jesus name be Oliver. Okay, you Mexican, so you like, can Jesus' name be Nelson? You know all Mexican niggas' names is Oscar Nelson. I'm sorry if you were Mexican. I know y'all tired. I apologize. Y'all don't beat me up. I like mess with y'all a little. I told my Mexican homie that, like, cut it out, blood. Mexicans only got 3 names, and they whole like the whole race only got 3 names. Y'all name me for Nelson, Oscar, Jorge. Nigga named George, but he pronounced. Why y'all do that? Like, that shit, Jesus. They like Jesus. Why? What? Why are you doing that? Nigga spell his name George. Jorg. I said Dominican niggas be playing hella games, blood. Why they do this shit? So like they bring they brought this shit over here And they did this to y'all on a real level. Like, you always had the YHWH. You got Greek Christian Bibles, my nigga. Look this up. Meaning, before you had the King James Bible, you had like the Greek Bible. Motherfucker Zeus. Jesus. Should go back to ancient times. Y'all confused because every Babylon, they gotta have like their rendition of the religion. You get my point? It get tricky when you get to America though, because they like shit cold blooded. They changed. They gave God a whole first and a last name. Spanish shit. Like, if you go to Africa, God name ain't. It's not Dominican. You feel me? Why would they do that? That shit's crazy when you think about it. You black, right? Like, I'm a Christian. I say no doubt. You black. You probably like an African, like you're like an African. What God you follow? You like Jesus. That's not weird. Like, just a little bit. Meaning you don't think slavery had nothing to do with this shit? Again, you're black. Your God's name is Dominican. That means Dominicans is the chosen. Dominicans is the chosen people, and y'all not, because y'all all acknowledge God is Dominican. When you see images of Jesus, that's not Carlos. That's not Carlos. That's not Emilio Estevez. Oh, I'm cracking myself up. I'm getting warm, man. Shit good right here. Hopefully y'all grasp. Hopefully y'all grasp. But Google image of Jesus. You gonna see for yourself. Like, I know Jesus supposed to be like Jewish. Maybe even African. Like, why he look Spanish? Like, why he got on the same robe that the Catholic popes and them niggas be wearing, blood? Like, why he like half Dominican? Why his name Jesus? I'm just asking. Just like black people go to Amazon rainforest, make they self a city, give their religion, which is Christianity, to the indigenous people there, then lie and be like Raheem Christ. Jesus is translated to Raheem. And the people there just go with it. But you telling them like, yo, Raheem ain't even a name like that, blood. Like, you feel me? Back in Jewett, they would have never. They don't. You feel me? Like, it don't work like that, blood. You see how y'all like, man? That's stupid. God name would never be Raheem. That's absurd. Now, if you go to like Islam, God name is Raheem, but shit goes so deep. Al Rahim. This is one of God's names. Blood, like. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, people start cities, then they change God's name to whatever they like. They like God's name is Raheem Shabazz Christ. You got millions of citizens in a city. It don't matter how much you tell them. Listen, people of this city. Why would God's name be Raheem Shabazz? And they looking at you like, this nigga's evil and retarded. God's name is Raheem. They saying it wrong. They like, how would you say Raheem wrong? This is y'all with Jesus. It's Jesus. But y'all like, no, his name is Jesus. You don't even know how to say God's name right. Meaning your pronunciation is all wrong. Ain't no Jesus. That's how a nigga that don't know how to talk right say it. He be like Jesus because he don't know how to say Jesus. Like, just tell me when I'm lying. It's hilarious to me. I don't know how to retell it without cracking the hell up and pissing the Christian off. But these is truths. I don't want the laughing to make y'all feel like he joking. These is truths. Spanish people came to America and colonized it. They named God after this shit deep. They gave God a Dominican name. He said blue-eyed and blonde-haired savior. I don't want y'all to get lost on the, nitpicking with, Christians. I ain't trying to really do that. I'm trying to really wake them up so they can see for themselves. Why God name is Dominican. And Dominican is a new fucking nationality, blood. Spanish niggas came to the area that we call DR. You had hate. You just had black, naked, indigenous niggas running around there. They like, oh, shit like that, right? I'm telling it to y'all simple so y'all can grasp. So they running around there having wild butt naked sex, like, doing whatever they do, but they ain't got streets or none of that. No temples or nothing built up, no houses or nothing. You don't need that. You can just have sex on the grass. They grazing the grass with the buffaloes. They vegans, like, some of them, like. It's back in the natural times. When a vegan grazed the grass with the buffaloes. On their hands and knees. Like a zebra. If you was vegan now, man, y'all have grown in y'all ego. Like, y'all eat grass on a plate. Like, but like I said, back in the day, vegan get on their hands and knees. And they grazing at the grass like the elephants and the buffaloes. Spanish dudes came here from Spain and Italy. Christopher Columbus or whoever y'all want to say came. And they mixed and merged with the people in the DR area and in the Puerto Rico area. And they named Puerto Rico, Port of Rico, after your main man Rico. He one of Christopher Columbus people that came with him. So he's like, you going, this your port. He made his son Diego the governor and shit. He's like, yeah, you the governor. He said, there you go. I'm telling y'all the truth. Y'all think I'm capping. He make his little son-in-law, his little nephew or somebody, his son, the governor. This Diego. Next thing you know, you got offspring, a whole new generation of mixed indigenous people. They half indigenous and they half Spanish. But they take the customs of the Spanish because that's what's the ruling class of the time. Indigenous shit getting wiped out. Now you got these new Dominican people roaming the earth. It's like 1500 sometime now. This when God name changed to Dominican. Y'all think ancient Jewish men were calling God Jesus? And if not, then you don't think something wrong with that? Meaning, if God's name was what it was in the past, yet now it's Jesus, don't you would think that's like a little bit of a desecration against the name of God? Because I'm quite sure y'all know there's no fucking way God's name could ever be Hey fucking Zeus. Oh Jesus, the wrong way of saying Jesus. That's even twice fucking crazy. But how would that be possible? I just want an honest answer from a Christian. Meaning I just want to see if y'all can be honest with yourselves. We ain't saying a religion made up. It is, but it was made up a long, long time ago. It ain't made up. Well, it is. It ain't made up, but it is. But it ain't. It's like a play on words. I don't know how to explain it. The point I'm making is this. Y'all follow a sin against God. First you had God. Meaning first God was given the title of dominion. This is the word God. Now God is the one and only and the everlasting. Then they put a son on him. Make God a deadbeat. Say Jesus is the Son of God. Where's his daddy? His mama had immaculate birth, like immaculate conception. His daddy absent. He black. I'm sorry. His daddy black. He ain't around. Don't worry about it. He got a stepdaddy named Joseph. Right? So they just gonna be disrespectful with the you get my point? Like look what they doing to God. First they give God a title. God. Then they give God a kid to make him a deadbeat. God the one and only. God is the one and only in the everlasting, and y'all know that. But he got a son. He didn't raise this son. So I guess that means God is a deadbeat. Now the point I'm telling y'all is all that's true. The thing is, like I told y'all before, God is the devil. That's who y'all worship. The devil of old. This is why y'all God named Jesus, Yeshua, Pedro, Oliver, Nelson. Don't forget Nelson. The point I'm making is this why y'all God got so many names. Because y'all God is the great liar. El. If you're a Christian, your God name is E-L. That is how you spell the letter L. If I say spell L, sound it out and spell it E-L. This is y'all God. Capital liar. Lies. Now, in Islam, so they God is big L too. See? Allah. See, they deal with the sound of the L. La 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 la. Who knows the difference? It's the same shit. So they worship the La. I said La, but it sounds like La, because it's the same old shit. Big L's. None of this is cap what I'm saying. Meaning Allah, la 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 la. That's the sound of the L. Y'all know that. Y'all ain't dumb. In Christianity, the God's name is L-E-L. Y'all ain't dumb. God has many names. L this, L that. Many expressions of God. The thing is, y'all don't realize God is the devil. The dominant one. You know, like. And so, like I said, true God in self ain't separate. But somehow the religious person see God separated from they self. They say, no, I ain't God, which I ain't saying y'all are, but I said like God in the self ain't separate. It's a matter of one thing, you and God is one thing when you get ready to merge. I mean, speaking physically, you physically right now, you have a religion, God is separate from you, from your own perspective. You have a religion, you're your own self, and God is whatever you worship. It's something separate from you. So that means God is separate from you, from your own perspective. So that God is the devil. That's how that happened. Right? You got lost in the world. And so I'll say again, I don't care what religion you got or how stupid you like to pretend with yourself. You know God got something to do with self. God not even having a title. This is why I said that. They gave God a title, then a son to make him a deadbeat. Make sure you keep that part in there. The point I'm making is they gave God a title. The title being God. Whatever fall under that title, y'all worship as a divine thing. Even if it's the devil. If I say why God ain't the what, how is God and the devil separate people? Y'all don't know. In the Bible, God and devil kick it. Like the devil got one side of the perspective and God got the other side. And this is how it is in y'all Bible. The devil say, yeah, you should tempt Job. So God like do it. Then God say, oh, that's enough. Again, did the devil die in the religion? No, right? Same thing happened to him that happened to the God, I forgot. When he was cast into hell. You know Jesus was too? He was there for 3 days or something like that. I forget how long. 72 hours, something. I don't know. He was there. You get the point. Meaning, really ain't no separation between what y'all view as God and this devil guy. Y'all don't find it strange that the devil was the beginnings of y'all stories of God? So you got this character, his name was Lucifer. He was like really wise and smart. He was the light. And what was God? We don't know. But this motherfucker Lucifer, this nigga was he what they talking about. Y'all don't think that's strange? Like, y'all believe in God. Why the devil got anything to do with the shit y'all even talking about then? Why that's the bulk of the story and the whole outline of the story. Like, you got this devil. Why? What's the point? Is this devil worship or God worship? Are they the same thing? I'll say it again. Y'all religions talk about the devil a lot. Let's go to Islam. So it starts with Iblis. Why? Ain't this about God? The God called Iblis and all the angels. Why? Why are we talking about this dude? That part. Because that's the dude that y'all worship. The devil. I don't know why that's so hard for y'all to grasp. Meaning if you a Muslim, I'm not sure why that's so hard for you to get. And if you're a Christian, I ain't understand why that's so hard for y'all to get either. Why is it so hard to grasp that y'all worship lie in a form of belief, which is the same shit? It's how you make a lie everlasting like the truth. And truth always is and always will be. And the lie is the opposite of that. Meaning that shit don't make sense soon as a nigga say it, don't nobody want to hear it. It's a fucking lie. It have no existence the moment a nigga say it. Make up some shit right now. Well, we live in dumb time. Usually you say a lie, nigga, like that don't even make sense. Shut up. Lie have no existence. Truth is everlasting, all existing. If you can make a lie a belief, then you can make a lie everlasting like the truth. It don't never have to come true because it's a fucking lie. But, so this is how you make a lie everlasting. Man, you know since the beginning of this world, men been following religion. The same one y'all got. Different names. If you lost, you saw they wasn't celebrating, they wasn't believing in what we was. Man, nigga, y'all got, the nigga y'all God come from Fucking y'all stories about God comes from back in the day. Like, this shit got to do with it. Like, I don't worship what they did in the beginning of Earth. Well, your book started in the beginning of Earth, dog. Like, this shit started in the beginning. The point I'm making, man, y'all been believing in God since the beginnings of the earth. This belief. It ain't proved itself to be truth yet, because that's not what lie do. But, so the lie is everlasting. You get my point? Since the beginnings of life, man have a religion and a make-believe God that he worship in it. And this since the beginnings of life. And this is his belief. Now you got lie and you got truth. Then you got fucking lie playing games. It clothed itself in B, V and E at the end. Like, this is the word lie with the B in the front, the V and the E. Believe. Ooh. This is lie with clothes on and shit. A trench coat, shoes, whatever. Look different. It's the same though. Same old lie. And this belief, which is lie with clothes on, it become everlasting like the truth. Since the beginning of earth, y'all believed in religions and God, but ain't never get no proof since the beginning of fucking earth. That ain't amazing to y'all? Y'all lie worshippers. That part. You know what's so cold-blooded about this? Let's say you a Christian, right? So you're gonna die. The heart get weighed against the feather, meaning your lying ass get weighed. See how much of a liar you are. All them days you believed in God, and every day that passed that God wasn't proven to you, is every day you was a goddamn liar. I'ma say it again. Since the beginning of time, man had religion in God, he believed in it. Every day since the beginning of time is a day that man is a goddamn liar who avoid him truth. You lost, you been a Christian, you 30, you been a Christian since you was fucking born. All them days that went by is days that this thing ain't get proven to you. Whatever day you decide to stop and say, okay, today is the deadline, if it's not proven to me by next week, then that's the deadline. You know when next week come, you gonna have to acknowledge that all them days from the day you was born all the way to that day mean you a fucking liar for all them days for no goddamn reason. You say like, why did you avoid accepting the truth that you seen every day? You don't got no fucking answer. You just say like, because I had to believe. Oh, that's a lie with clothes on, child. Then what you gonna say? No belief ain't lie? What the fuck is belief? It ain't truth. So what is it then? Again, some of y'all like to play dumb with yourself. If belief ain't lie, then what the fuck is it? Kids believe in Santa Claus. Are we talking about truth? Or are we talking about fucking lies? That part. The point I'm making is if you're a Muslim or a Christian, you're a goddamn liar and a lie worshipper. When I say you a liar to yourself. All them fucking days. And that's the problem. Now, you know tomorrow you're gonna be a fucking liar tomorrow. That part. Some of y'all like, damn, he right. You know, I'll wake up tomorrow, if I'm lucky to, and you still gonna be a believer. You know, a believer can never be a knower because that don't make no fucking sense. You got lie, belief, and truth. A nigga who accept lie, he ain't never gonna get belief or truth. He accept lie. You tell this nigga anything, he taking it. This don't got nothing to do with belief and truth. This got to do with this nigga will accept any lie you tell him. You got those that don't accept lie all the way. Iffy about it. Disbelief. And y'all believe. When y'all say y'all believe in God, this is say like y'all hope, but y'all ain't all the way sure. Otherwise, that's why y'all don't use no. I know God, you know you're a goddamn lie if you say that. And so, do y'all get my point? Y'all have belief because that's what y'all accepted. You get my point? You could have said, no, I won't wait till the no part. Like, say, take this religion I got for you. You can believe in this God. I'll wait. I don't. I only deal with the truth, so I don't know what that is. What do you mean believe? Why? Where's he at? No, it don't work like that. You gotta wait till you die and go to hell, and then he gonna raise you out the dead. And I'm good on that. That's death teachings, and that's scary. That ain't what happened with y'all. I was just born into the lie. You say I'm a Christian. Solace is evil, and my God's name is Jesus. I say God's name can't be Dominican blood. That don't make no sense. But you can't see how you follow lie. What could you tell God if God was to tell you, why you made me Dominican blood? Like y'all say, man, black woman is God. What you gonna say when this black God be like, why you made me like Jesus and a man? A man and Jesus. Like, I ain't Dominican. Ain't no Dominican in life blood. What's that? What y'all gonna say? That part. Meaning y'all go with all the stupidity on y'all own. Don't have no excuse. You can't blame the religion. You can't blame the devil. That's why in Islamic texts they got a story of the devil, meaning at the end. When all y'all in hell, meaning all the Muslims, they tell you 99% of the Muslims is going to hell. Somehow these stupid motherfuckers is Muslims. I'm gonna say it again, because Muslims is slower than Christians. Their religion tells them 99% of Muslims are going to hell. They all know this. You can look it up if you want. Just Google. What verse says 99% of Muslims going to the lake of fire or whatever? Same with Christianity. They say most of Christians gonna go to hell. You know what's so deep? They still in the shit. You know how dumb you got to be when you get those odds and choose it. I'll say it again. You could be a Christian. 99% of Christians going to hell. What you want to be? You got to be the dumbest motherfucker on the planet to be like, I want to be a Christian. Why do y'all think 99% of Christians and 99% of Muslims, according to their religion, going to hell? Like, why y'all think that is? That part. Y'all don't think. And so, as long as y'all understand, I'm not telling y'all nothing that y'all own religions ain't already tell y'all. I'm just not understanding why y'all don't get it. Meaning y'all book tell y'all if y'all fall into a religion of the worldly things, just being one and the same. Y'all got religions from the whole world that was here before y'all even got here. You was born here and then you just had a religion put on you. And so, y'all adopted all the worldly things. The book's explaining this to y'all. It's speaking about y'all. Meaning y'all the evils that y'all own books speaking about. That's what's so cold-blooded about religion. Y'all own shit telling y'all about yourselves. Y'all steal it. Like, you see how crafty that is? You tell a motherfucker about their own self and what's gonna happen with them, and they steal it. Say 99% of y'all going to fucking hell. 99% of y'all give yourself away to the world. You wear signs and symbols, blah blah blah. Y'all do everything that the religion specifically say y'all ain't supposed to. Don't never click in the brain to say, hold on. The religion is what the goddamn text is talking about. Let me help you out if you were Christian. You have the Romans. They supposedly killed your God. When Jesus was turned over to the Romans by his own, they was the power of the time. In today time, you got the Roman Catholic Church. This why you a motherfucking Christian. The niggas that killed your fucking God. That part. Y'all are retarded. But I'll say it again. The religion or the book, it told y'all everything y'all need to know. But y'all don't read or understand the book. Y'all understand what men say out their mouth. Lies about this book. And so, try and grasp. If you a religious person, you going to hell. You don't have to say, no, I'm not. Your religion said you are. It brought it up and explained it to you. I don't think it did that for no reason. So, y'all keep thinking I'm playing when I say like Christianity and all that is worship. It is. You know it. Before you had religions, all you had was spirit and practices. Let me say it the right way. Let me hit first. The first religion had to do with spirit summoning practices, if that makes sense. Man live on earth. We live in harmony with life. He got an understanding of what life is. The all, and then the separation from the all, become an individual. So he has his understandings of life in its flow. All become an individual, then back all, then individual. If you lost, you say that's him. We all fall into unconscious sleep, and ain't no individual there. Meaning, when you unconscious tonight, you're not gonna be an individual. You're not gonna even exist to your own self. You an individual. When you go into unconscious sleep, you are an individual. You don't exist to yourself. It's like that for everybody. Meaning, we all one in unconsciousness. Now, your dream, and my dream, my dream. And when I wake up, my life, my life. And when you wake up, your life, your life. But see, that unconscious part, like, we all share that. You get it? That dark abyss, that nothingness. And so the point I'm trying to make is the whole to the separation, the whole to the separation. You have spirit summoning practices. This is the wisdom of divine aspects of nature. You know, the mixing and merging of different substances, deities that emerge when certain hallucinogenics is invoked into a person. Many different mysteries and secrets in life. These things being jotted down. In early days, you had religion, and this was the learning of the spirits and how to invoke them. And this is how man learned everything he learned, from invoking the spirits, meaning mixing and merging the substances, bringing them within themselves, going on a ride, so on and so forth. And so that was the religion, spirit summoning practices, meaning everybody was involved in the spirits that they worship. Now worship this same way y'all have it now. God has many names, many angels, whatever, many expressions of this one thing. So in the past they worship in these things. This is your angels, your demons, your spirits. That is your only religion. Meaning that's what y'all still worship. The same thing they did in the past, which is spirit summoning and spirits. Jesus is a spirit, right? Meaning Jesus the spirit of life, right? The devil, the angels, the archangel Michael, Raphael, these are spirits, right? Meaning they ain't people, right? That part. Y'all still worship the many spirits. It's the same. Nothing changed. Y'all just don't do the practice. Meaning y'all don't have the wisdom. Y'all don't know what substance is in this plant that you mix with the substance. Y'all don't know that. But y'all still worship what was learned from that, so to say, which is your demon summoning or your devil worship. That's called devil worship. Meaning your spirit summoning, your religions of now, which is the same goddamn thing. Your religion is explaining how men was involved in this. Nobody should be confused like he's bugging. Your religion got text, meaning in your religious text it's explaining how men was doing magic. What you think Moses was doing? He had a staff, he turned it to a snake, he had a whole god that, you get it? It's the same old same. And so y'all still worship the spirits, y'all just don't have that alchemy or the knowledge to go with it. But y'all still worship the demons. And so that's why y'all religious say like 99% of y'all going to hell. Because y'all worship the devil. Ain't no God in the perspective of how y'all got it, where there's a God and a devil. There's a devil or a God, and then there's the all, which is everything in existence, whether separate or merged as one. You get it? The religion is going outside of self to engage into your mysteries in life, so to say. Your spirits, and this is your substances. This is where your entities of the dead lie. This is where y'all get your religion, and you get my point? The entity in it. And so that's how it would have started. Meaning you either have like, either one with self, meaning you either know self in the past, or you was going to be somebody vulnerable to get snatched up into a Babylon or a city and lose yourself and fall into their religions or they strange ass customs and practices, which got to do with them having strange religions based on these spirits. I'm going to say it again. It would have been like that in the past before you had all the cities you got now, when you still had mostly wilderness and forests, and a life being dependent on that. Your first cities is emerging. But before that, man know himself. He one with the nature. He understands sleep and awake. You know what I just explained to y'all. When I said we all one and unconscious, but when we wake up now, we all our own individual. But in unconsciousness, none of us know individuality. Y'all don't know y'all exist when y'all unconscious because y'all can't be individuals there. You understand? And so man got an understanding of life being whole and then life separating to its many billions and billions of physical counterparts. And every physical thing you see in life is this one whole great source thing. If you want to call it God, that's cool. But like I said, that term is for the dominant one. What we talking about ain't got nothing to do with dominance. It got to do with like mama's love. Push you out, raise you up, be great, do your thing. So you got everything in life whole and unseen, and then you have this wholeness breaking up into individuality. However many individuality it choose to. Now follow? And all this individuality is physical. I mean, and it's opposite of this whole unseen thing. So that make it individual and many. And that's all you got. You get it? God whole. And I guess God Satan would be, God separate would be Satan. If you want to use that kind of God and Satan thing. But truly all you have is what I said. Meaning y'all love God till y'all get lost from y'allself. And so I'll say again, at some point cities start getting built, man lose himself in Babylon's and they strange customs and a worship of entity that don't got nothing to do with self in that perspective. You get it? God, the angels, devil, all these things is a part of your being. You get my point? And you above all of this. Meaning it's the true teachings. You got God, you got the devil. Or you could say you got good. Just add another O to God. And just take the D off devil. You got evil. So you got good and evil in you. You got angels and demons are assistances of this evilness and assistances of this goodness, all within self. And then you above them all because you get to choose which one get to be. You get it? Meaning the devil only get to exist if y'all decide to jump into demon time and say, you know what, I'm on demon time, I'm selling my dope, I'm shooting niggas, and I'm doing what the fuck I want. Fuck everybody else. It's all about me. Big Satan. You get it? Or you can let the God part of self or the good part of self be. You get my point? Y'all choose what get to be out of the self. Meaning these entities are real, but they are part of self, they under self. That's why I said God ain't separate from the self. But once you lose self, or you become separate from God or self, then you get lost in religion, which is when you have God separated from yourself. Like I said, anybody in a religion, the person in the religion, into them, God is something separate that they have to learn or meet. If I tell most of y'all, man, what do God look like to you? Y'all gonna say everything except yourselves. I'm trying to get y'all to grasp in your own mind, y'all don't view God and yourself as one thing. Y'all don't see it that way. Y'all see it like you beneath whatever the fuck you worship. That's a lie. You fucking know that already. Something's wrong with y'all. I guess like they say, once you go to Babylon, then you become blind, deaf, and dumb. And so, God himself is one thing. It's either one thing or nothing. like that. Meaning, you and God either gonna be one thing or you gonna have nothing. And so this where most religious people are, all religious people, and most of y'all are. Meaning you see God as something separate from yourself, and so you not gonna have nothing. Because God in itself is one thing. And being as though you don't see it that way, so then it ain't that way. Meaning you and God is some separate thing, meaning you lost yourself. And so now you don't have nothing. You can't say I have God. How? God is separate from you to you, and you going to get to God in however it works in your religion. But as of now, God ain't come and saved you yet. Y'all separate. And so you don't have nothing right now then. That part. Do y'all know God? Meaning forget the religion and all that. Just as a person. You know God or you seeking God? You seeking God. That part. You lost, child. And you ain't got to think past that. You looking for God outside of yourself. Why would God be in the world? Are you fucking retarded? Again, y'all in religions, y'all actually see, some of y'all searching for wisdom. You say, I be on my wisdom, I be studying and searching. Where you searching at? Physical life, right? You thank God here? Why? That part. The only way to God is through self. Some of y'all so lost. You don't get it. Like, you like, how can God be in myself? So I'm going to say it again so maybe you can get it. You see God as separate from yourself because you have this religion. So you and God is two different things, and God going to help you out one day. Oh, he help you out every now and then. I have it work. You be talking to him and shit. He's separate from you to you. This your own perspective. If God's separate from you, then you don't got God. What you got then? That part. The devil. Are you lost from self? Meaning, when I tell y'all, God is a part of y'all self, and the only way you gonna find God is through yourself, y'all ain't never gonna get that, because y'all view God as separate from y'all already. So for you to fathom, meaning most of y'all would think like, how am I gonna find God in myself? That's the problem I don't get. I can get reading a book and things outside of myself. But how am I gonna find God in myself? Meaning you view yourself like I don't know nothing. If I don't know God, well, how am I going to find God in my own fucking self? That's stupid. Again, your perspective is God is separate from you. You get it? And so if he's separate from you, and the person telling you no, God is within self, you got to find him that way. Of course it ain't going to make no sense to you. You already got a perspective that God is some separate thing from yourself. You get my point? Once you think in reverse and truly understand what I'm saying, that God is inside self, or a part of self, then I guess y'all will begin to learn. You get my point? When the self become whatever this thing you worship is, then I guess, maybe y'all can grasp. Philip Hamer, y'all lost in religious minded, so y'all don't get it. You get my point? He said, God is in every breath. Appreciate the bestowal. Raise the ego to his image. Salam, shalom. Yeah, y'all don't get it. I'm saying, I know your mind is where it is. So you say, no, I do get it. You just said God's separate from your own self. Let me read your thing so you can get it for your own self. You said, raise the ego to his image. So God is this thing that's separate from you. or something that's above you, because you said I gotta raise it to his image. So you still got a religion mind. You get my point? I say God in you one thing. You get my point? If you a low life, God ain't shit. Ain't no, oh well, God is here. In your vessel, in your temple, God ain't shit, blood, and that's that, and ain't nothing outside of you. You can keep playing with yourself on that. When you die, it's only a room for you to go. When you go to sleep, only you can go. Again, you don't gotta look at it like some separate thing. God here, and I gotta raise up to it. God in you one thing, whether you grasp that or not. And however you portray yourself around in this world and how dumb you let yourself get and lost, that's on you. But when you die, so you determine what God is. If God ain't of standard that it's supposed to be, then you get my point? Ain't no God there. You get my point? It's no separation for, I don't know how to say it, but y'all can get it. God going to exist for the person that grasps that themself in God is one thing. And so God going to either exist because of them or not. If that makes sense. Meaning God going to either exist because of them or the devil. Simple. And there's only enough room for them when they die. And so whatever they is, like that. Ain't no separation between y'all and God, and y'all don't got nothing to do with nothing else. Period. When you fall asleep, you clocking out, and that's that. And when you die, it's the same thing. Ain't nobody else deeds gonna help you. Nobody else fake belief systems gonna help you. And ain't nothing but you gonna be able to help you. And it's gonna boil you down if you a liar to your own fucking self. That's what's gonna determine what you are. You God or you the devil? And you know how that's gonna be known? When you don't know shit. Meaning if you dead right now and the self talking to the self and the self say, why you believed in the religion and the God for? Your only answer ain't got nothing to do with yourself. It got to do with you being either somebody that accept hearsay or you somebody that accept lie. If you say, how am I accepting lie? Watch this. Let's play this game. I'm your God and you dead now. Then I ask you, I say, why you believe in me as your God? What you gonna say? That part. You gonna have to say because somebody else told you to, not me. And so you a fucking liar. You get my point? What you gonna look God in the face and be like, you told me to worship you. When? When did I tell you that? That part. That man told you that, or that person told you that. Meaning you a follower and a liar. Meaning y'all portray out what ain't truth. You can have all the gods all you want. Now, when did this God tell you to worship it? Don't tell me God wrote a book. God don't got no hands. Well, he do, but God don't write. And so, explain to me that. Meaning, if you were Christian, how would you not be classified as a liar? Meaning, you didn't find God through your own means. You found God through means of hearsay and gossip. And so that make you that, not somebody of truth. The next man coming to death and say, man, you believe in a God? And say, I don't know what that is. He lying? That part. He honest. And that's what it all boils down to. Meaning y'all don't know God, or y'all don't have no connection to God, or view yourselves as like God and y'all being one thing, because y'all liars, or y'all not truthful to yourselves. And that's why I always say it start with honor. And honor start with this self. Y'all be living lies, lying to yourselves, like y'all don't qualify for to be this shit that is spoken about as evil. And so all I'm gonna say is, if you got a religion, so that means you got God separated from your own self. And if you got God separated from your own self in your own mind, then that means God separated from you. Otherwise, what you call it? If you view your mama, what you do, as a separate person from you, well, is she not? She is, right? She her own person and you your own person. Cool. You view God in that same way. Like God is its own thing and you your own thing. And so in that, God will never be with you. Why would it? You say, I'm a God then. How? If your own perspective is God is separate from me, then how are you ever gonna find God? God ain't lost or nothing. You just got the perspective that God is separate from you. And one day you will see God, and that will always be your perspective. Because that's the perspective you choose to view it as. And so you got to live that out. Till you choose to grasp what I'm saying. You get my point? The mind can't say God is this thing separate from me. According to my religion, God is here, I'm here, He's above me, however it works. The mind can't perceive a thing that way and then God and them be one. How does that work? Y'all don't see it that way. Y'all will say it like me and God is one, but y'all don't see it that way. Y'all don't see it that way because y'all low lives. That part. Meaning you far long gone from God. You don't even have to question it. According to your own mind, God is separated from you. So y'all separated. And that's how room was made for you to get a religion to begin with. Meaning that would have never happened had you never got God separated from you in mind. Because that's where it starts. Y'all view God as something separate from yourself. And that's fine. But if it's separate from you, then it ain't a part of you. And so explain to me when this coming back together thing happens. Or when you and God come back together. When that happened. That part. Never. You lost already. Lost mean you don't know. If a person lost, that mean they don't know their way. If they don't know their way, then they done. Right? I don't think y'all understand how deep this go. When y'all die, there's no vessel. There's just the mind. The mind carry over when y'all go to sleep in a dream. Again, can't nobody fit into your dream with you. Can't nobody fit into you when you go to sleep. When you die, can't nobody jump in your mind space with you and say, hey, wait for me. If your mind say God is above or something, or He's separate from me, however you view it, you lost. You say, for how long? If you lost, and it's only you, how can you? What are we even talking about? Again, if you get lost and it's just you, how can you ever get found? How can you ever find your way back? That's how serious this is. Meaning, when y'all clock the fuck out and die, can't nobody go with y'all. If y'all die lost with the wrong perspective, that's the perspective. It's simple. Your perspective, God is a separate entity from you, just like your mama. And for some reason, it's going to be like that. You get my point? Meaning y'all see it like that, like Filipino. He said, God is something. You get it? What he said, if you look back up, I don't want to slow it up. But he said, raise the ego to his image. Speaking of God. But if you notice how he said it, he's speaking of God like God is something greater and he has to get there. Like as if God is separate from him. God could be the greatest thing in the world. God is within self. However you get it, you got to get there to where you get that part. Y'all mind got it separate from self. However you perceive it, it's going to fall into a separate. Whether it's God is up here and a great thing and I got to get there, or whether it's God going to come save me from the dead, but you view it as something separate from yourself that will either come to you or something like that. Y'all ain't one thing. And so, if that's your mind and then you die, so do you get my point? This is the equivalent of a soul being lost. But like I said, can't nobody save nobody. People can only save their own self. Because can't nobody go in a dream in death with you. And so, that part. God is separate from y'all now in physical life. This is why y'all have no assistance. Only from man. Only from whoever y'all could beg or kiss their ass. Like that. So it's the same anywhere. Y'all think like if I'm dumb and lost now, it don't matter because when I die, I'm going to get wise. That's even stupider. You got up until you dead to learn. Why would you think when you dead you gonna learn? This is the epitomes of lost. This when you know God separated from the self. This when you know God ain't even got nothing to do with the self no more. Or what would you call it? And so I don't think y'all grasp, how deep this go. Salam, shalom, journey head. I'm gonna let you go, champ. And that broke nigga stay coming in here talking about shit. Now, where was I at? Until God is one with the self and the mind, and that is completely understood. You get it? It's gonna be like that. Like I said, if you get lost and it's just you, well, I don't suppose you gonna get found. And so, if you view God as separate from yourself, so you gonna clock out one day, I don't suppose you gonna get found. Why would you get found in the abyss? That part. And so y'all blindly follow all the things y'all do of the world. I don't think y'all grasp how deep this go. Y'all got to face the self at some point. Put the self on the scale before the self is put on the scale. And realize that y'all fucking got lie problems and accepting lie problems. And y'all live dishonorably by choice. Y'all make lying excuses, exploiting God, talking about God gonna save me from my sins. Your sins your own, child. And you gonna pay for your own fucking sins. You can convince yourself with whatever stupid lies you choose. God gonna save me from my sins. Why? For what? That part. You don't know. You just heard somebody say that stupid dumb shit. And so, because you think God and sin got something to do with one another, jack that on your shit too. You get my point? And so, kind of grasp how y'all desecrate God in perspective. I don't want to use that word, but that's all y'all know. And so, y'all desecrate God. Meaning, y'all say God all the lowest shit on the planet. And we sinners, God gonna come save us. So, God is buddies with the sinners. Okay. Like that. Removing responsibility from yourselves. And so, if God say another God gonna come save him, then I guess that God can just sit and wait. Right? So shall y'all do that? Again, if God say somebody else gonna come and save him, then he ain't God. And he could just sit there and wait. Say, for how long? Gave up his God shit. Who cares? I'm God, you God. He say he ain't. Who cares? He don't got nothing to do with nothing no more. Like that. And so that's how y'all kind of living life. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with nothing no more. Y'all just be. And so, kind of grasp. It's a deep, deep thing. Get right. Now, if y'all have any questions, ask. I'm getting drained out. I need some fresh air. If you're a Christian or Muslim, hopefully you don't take offense. I'm just trying to help y'all. That's the truth of the matter. I mean, y'all believe in the devil and lie. I say the devil and lie just to make it simple. Y'all believe in lie. They make y'all liars. Because of that, y'all separated from truth. Are God. I don't want y'all to get lost and be like, okay, so I'm God. Like how y'all is, y'all ain't shit. God separate from you in the mind. You believe in fairy tales and beliefs. You far from God. But when you get there, so God will exist in the self. If that makes sense. Meaning when y'all get to a proper place, so God will exist. The state y'all in now, y'all do not know God. Because God do not exist. For y'all. Me, when I say y'all, I'm talking every individual responsible for their own fucking self. If you don't know God and you got this waiting game going or this thing or that thing going, like that. You don't know God, and it's going to be like that until you get yourself to a certain place of mind and to a certain standard where you honest with the self. Then God will exist in the self. Then you will see change in your reality in yourself. You get it? Then the mind will start to know, and you get it, my point? You will learn from self, if that makes sense, but it will be right and perfect. Now I'm about to depart. I don't think y'all have any questions. Thank you for the give backs to whoever did. If any of the rest of y'all want to, you can click the description, visit my PayPal, Cash App, visit my website, wiseservant.org, or upscaleknowledge.org. We are supposed to be our divine selves. Peace and wisdom name. A young man from yesterday, damn, after Tengu. Shalom, shalom, name. Enjoy being young, champ. And rushing yourself. Trying to be wise, that is. Remember what I told you yesterday. Grasp as you can, but what you said doesn't sound bad. It's good. Take your time. He said this makes more sense as I start to listen more. You listen to a lot of fake stuff. Y'all idolize people. So y'all got this teacher, that teacher, this person, that person is deep and wise. Y'all lay pawns and peasants till y'all get it. All I ask you to do is give back when you pull up in here. I ain't trying to be y'all gods or y'all bosses. Y'all get on my nerves because y'all ain't got no fucking balance. But outside of that, we good. Just give back. You got to save yourself. I can fill your brain up with some truth, and you can use that to like, you get my point? Apply it to self. But like I said, I can't I can't live for y'all. I can just give y'all the Jews. Y'all either gonna throw them on or not. But so the Jews is the Jews. Just give back. That's all I require. He said I only watch you, and I don't know who you said, but you learn from one thing at a time. You don't flip flop. That's how you merge. Meaning that's how you alter understandings. Suppose whoever you name, they don't got the understanding I got. And they ain't tell you what I just told you. So I try to make everything crispy so y'all can grasp it as simple as y'all can. Some of y'all gonna take from it what y'all do. Meaning some of y'all gonna take it as y'all God. I'm trying to get y'all to get rid of that word. That's a dominant title, but that's all y'all got. So I use it to kind of help y'all grasp. But like I said, God is a whole thing. You got the all whole, and then you got all the individuals, meaning you got this whole thing that's unseen, manifesting out as many individuals, as many as it chooses, physical ones. This all of us, plants, animals, everything you see physical that has life and living. And y'all minds is separate, meaning y'all view God as separate from self. Flower, the animal, your own fucking brother, your mama. You get my point? Y'all fucked up, but y'all don't see it that way. Meaning y'all all fucked up the same, but y'all don't see it that way. So y'all will rip a flower out the fucking ground and not care. Y'all will chop a fucking tree down and not care. Y'all will get old and chop y'all own fucking mama down. Maybe just with words, but you get my point? Y'all see everything separate because y'all are lost from the true understanding of things. And so that's why I say learn from one thing. Either learn from the brother that, well, you say you learn from me and some other brother, just learn from him. Till you get to a point where you like, you get my point? And any teacher should be telling you that. Meaning if the teacher ain't telling you that, then you need to be scratching your head because what we both sharing you, if you flip flopping between me and another teacher, then I suppose you benefit to us. We both get to get views out you and shit. And so I'm telling you, you just pick fucking one. And you rock that shit out. Otherwise, you can do like everybody else do and flip flop around. They think that's my way of trying to hold them to me. I don't fucking know y'all. I don't care what y'all do. I'm just telling you, like, I'm just an assistant for everybody else that you clocking into. You just find one and you learn till you learn all the way. And I guess if you feel you need to move on to something else, then you do that. Otherwise, whoever you learn from there, they should groom you good where you can go on your own, learn from the source. I learned directly from the source, life. So, try and grasp. Hopefully y'all grasp. I like you, name. When you get a little older, I might take you under my belt. You should email me one day. Talk to your mama or something first about it though. Seem like you like wisdom a lot. Seem like you got a mind where you ain't too locked in. Like I tell a lot of y'all, the older you get, your mind start getting more fixed. He could still be saved, like not saved, but saved from his own self, like because he about to be a flip flop head like y'all. Making wisdom something that you exploit. It ain't for that. It's better to know nothing. You get my point? Keep yourself pure. But so we fall past that point. When we start learning shit from the day we come out the womb. And give us fake Santa Claus and all kind of lies to learn. And so we got hella lies and hella perspectives that come with these lies to unwind. See, when a kid have Santa Claus, this groom is mine for God. He have a void when he lose Santa Claus. So when God come along, or this way that is presented to him as something separate from himself, it's easy for him to take it because he's already been groomed on Santa Claus, which is something higher or above him, and then he lost that. And so it's cool to replace it. Meaning kids love Santa Claus. That's their God and shit. You get it? That's that's what keep them good. Like, you're gonna be good for the year because Santa gonna give them some toys. That's their God. When that's taken from them, then God is giving, you be good in life, you gonna get heaven. Y'all easily jump into that. Meaning the perspective of y'all getting the lie Santa Claus altered the mind. The perspective put the mind in a state where it need this type of thing or order over it. Most of y'all don't see that. You get it? It all starts how it starts. Meaning before y'all knew a Santa Claus or that whole ideal and the orders of it, like that. I wasn't reaching for no God or nothing higher over y'all. But the mind is put into a perspective from young. And so y'all have many perspectives over y'all. I have to use the restroom. Like I said, I'm getting burnt out. If y'all want to give back, please do so now. I'm going to use the restroom and come back. Name said the subconscious has a compulsion to answer what you ask it. Ask wisely. You're real lost on, well, I don't want to say you lost, but you real attached to this subconscious stuff. I don't know who you picked that up from, but you lost in a lot of BS talk of the daytime, champ. But you got the growing age to get there where you grasp that. Meaning you say if you ask the subconscious questions, you'll get answers. You won't get wherever you at. You fucked up and lost in the mind, so what does that mean? Because you asked your subconscious something. You see how you ain't got no order. According to the way you said it, a low life motherfucker or anybody could just ask they subconscious a question and then they gonna get the truth. They gonna get wherever they at. You get my point? An empty lying brain motherfucker, you ain't gonna get nothing from the subconscious. You get my point? You got to be at a certain state and vibration within self for yourself to get divine wisdom kind of coming into the self. are vibrating out of the self. You get my point? More of not you harboring knowledge, but when you're speaking, it's coming out. Outside of my speaking and teaching, so you know how y'all think, you know what I'm saying? Man, Solomon ain't wise, he don't act wise. Like that. I just be. But if I'm going into knowledge, then so that's a different thing. Subconscious is where the ego lies, or the urge. So you take your time, young man, you'll get quite wise. You're not too far off. You're just rushing. You ain't got to leave, well, yeah, leave the dumb stuff alone. But like I said, you're not too far off. You just rushing. So you ain't considering all the points. That's why I said take your time. You can pull in knowledge from the self or the subconscious. Deep questions that you can pull in from the self. What is the pyramids? You get my point? And you can get the answer, but the self got to be in a certain state, in a certain vibration, meaning you have to be living a certain kind of way. And the mind have to be, crisp and clear, the emotional state too. Otherwise, you're going to pull for an agenda of some sort or want to see something this sort of kind of way. Black people be emotional, so they feel like they've been beat down. So they want to that affect their perspective to where they want to feel like they did everything and everything is a certain kind of way. And I'm learning it distorts the perspective of the truth of things. You get my point? And so kind of grasp. Who is Altazar Roterser? Like I said, I'm about to depart. Speaking drains you out, meaning it dry. I feel dried out. That's why I be drinking water. Speaking of the mind space. Dry the self out. Peace and wisdom name. Who? He said he's some old white man from London. Y'all be listening to all kind of retarded shit. And ain't got no connection with the self. Like I said, most of y'all need to just, when I tell y'all you gotta get a conscious cleansing, meaning if most of y'all took me serious and said I'ma learn under this nigga, then you will see a change in yourself and like your mind. Y'all ain't cleaning y'all mind out and starting from scratch. Y'all kind of adding on what I'm saying to other shit. And that's the interference. Meaning if y'all start with what I just said today and said like, okay, God's separate from me because my perspective got it like that. And my religion got it like that. And start to deal with the truth of matters with self and what is in between you and God. Meaning y'all already got shit in between y'all and God that y'all ain't moving out the way. To even try to get it to make a chance. Man tell you, man, your religion is devil worship, or however you want to view it. If anything, it's just in your way. It's the intermediary between you and God, meaning the shit in your way. When you going past it, like, it ain't your God. The religion ain't your God. That part is in y'all way. Y'all got hella shit in y'all way. Between y'all and God. Ideals, this thing, that thing. Again, God got to do with the self. And so y'all got so many things separating y'all own self from yourself. You got other people's perspective. You care more about how they perceive you than how you perceive your own self. And so kind of grasp. He's explaining the Alizar guy. I don't want to know who he is and nothing like that. You know what y'all get lost on, y'all do. I'm not seeking wisdom. Some of y'all be sending me things in email. Y'all be messengering me things. I don't listen to nobody. Ain't nobody y'all listening to wiser than me. What do I want to hear that for? Like that. Y'all like completely lost. Whoever you trying to learn from, I don't need to learn from. I'm not seeking wisdom. I'm done with that. You get wisdom, then it come to an end. Some of y'all think, man, learning lasts forever. Well, then I see why y'all never apply shit. You learn a trade, then you do it. I teach you how to be a barber, then you start to cut hair. You don't sit around talking about, man, I'm still learning how to be a barber. Well, you ain't gonna never fucking be one till you stop learning, and then you start taking what you learned and being what you learned. Again, I'm not seeking wisdom. I'm already the wise man. I'm doing that, meaning I apply the wisdom to self, and so you guys, wise man. It's the same with self, meaning with y'all. You got to start to just get the mind on the perspective. Meaning after this video, y'all gonna go listen to the next person. And so everything that have worth in this video can't be practiced. Because y'all going to the next thing. Meaning y'all not dissecting what I'm saying. And I get it, it's a video, so it's kind of long. Different parts in it. But if y'all focus on a part that I'm speaking on now and apply what I'm saying, start to move some of them things that's out your way, then you can make room for, truth and things like that. Learn breathing techniques, how to heal self with the mind, these many different things that I do and I teach. I don't deal with medicine unless I got like a unbearable pain that I can't. You get my point? The mind ain't strong enough for that. Then I need like some sort of assistance. You get my point? But outside of that, like it got to be a pain, meaning to give you a perspective. I've been shot, but I ain't take painkillers or nothing. You get my point? So like my pain senses ain't like y'all, but that's cause I ain't y'all painkiller heads. Or y'all like pill heads. You get my point? So y'all tolerance is higher, or y'all pain levels is y'all getting the pain easy. I don't know how to explain it. But I don't fuck with none of that. Just live a balanced life, fast and things like that. But don't get lost in the fast and understand why before you eat it. Just hear things and do it. You want to learn anything I do, get a one-on-one kind of ask while I'm live. Make sure you give back to. Now, like I said, I got to depart. I'm drained out. I need to be quiet for about 8 hours. Hopefully y'all, grasping y'all well. Salam, shalom. Tina Hughley said, can you do a video about what you had to go through to get initiated? You mentioned that you may do one before. I don't know what you're saying, meaning y'all don't understand nothing that be coming out my mouth. Or y'all don't listen all the way through. And so when y'all talk to me, I don't be knowing nothing y'all ever talking about. Meaning y'all don't ever be talking about nothing that I said. I be like, I don't know how to explain it to y'all, but whatever you ask, and if you listen all the way through to whatever you heard it from, you say, I heard you before. If you listened all the way through, then you grasp. Hopefully y'all do. Y'all focus is all over the place. I've already told y'all hold y'all minds around, so y'all attention span is in that way. Most of y'all think you gonna learn some deep level wisdom or some type of something through a video. Say, Silas, how do mental healing work? You think you gonna learn it through a video? It takes scientists years to learn science. It take a mechanic a few months at least to learn a little bit. For some reason, YouTube got y'all stupid. Y'all think y'all can learn divinity. And these things don't apply like you do with everything else. Meaning ain't nothing you can learn in life until you focus on that one thing and kind of grasp it. Y'all flip-flopping all around like y'all really gonna learn like something. And so, if you young in the daytime kind of grasp, y'all have no trades. And so you make sure you pick up a trade. You get my point? Meaning if you 17, 18, name you 17, you learn how to cut hair, you be a mechanic, you make sure you pick yourself up a trade. You have to know how to physically do something. You get my point? Meaning this is how you're going to take care of yourself in life. If you don't have no trade, then all you can do, I guess, is talk. And so, to be clear, I have a forklift license. I could type 80 words a minute. I'm a barber. I got clippers and all that, meaning I could hook you up right now if I choose to. Get your design and all that shit. I just got me some new Andes, the Lanas. I got many talents, or many trades. Of course, when I was growing up, we didn't have YouTube and all the dumb shit to keep you distracted where you just be dumb watching YouTube all day. So most of us do have, meaning everybody I know, they know how to do something. You get it, chicks know how to braid, and they got all kind of crafts and things they know how to do, trades. Same with men. Some of my partners, they like carpenters. Everybody picked up some kind of trade somewhere from either an elder or friend, something. I'm noticing with y'all in the daytime, with the young, y'all don't have no trades. Meaning y'all don't know how to do nothing. If I say you know how to type, nope. Shit. You know how to drive a forklift? Nope. Shit. You know how to operate a crane? It's like a forklift? Nope. All y'all know how to do is drive and talk. Ask a young man in the day, you know how to cut hair? Nope. About 10 years from now, if y'all think I'm lying and you my age, when the last time you got a good cut? If you still got your same barber from when you was young, I ain't talking about you. But if you got kind of displaced during COVID, and so now you trying to find, maybe you in a new city, you relocated. Maybe your barber shop closed down, and so now you trying to find, are you finding that good cut like you used to get? Oh, it's like, damn, niggas ain't cutting right. Like, what the fuck going on with these niggas' hand? Like that. These young niggas don't have no trade. You get my point? And so the skill levels is going down on everything. I don't care if you go to fast food. Their fucking skill level, like even the way they greet you, the skill level is down. Meaning y'all don't have no trade or no aspect of how to conduct yourself while doing a trade. You get my point? There's no real perspective. Y'all just know like, okay, podcast, and y'all kind of, it's deep. Y'all kind of finagle y'all perspective on that. If you young, get a trade. I don't care if you got to go to school for 8 months to learn to be an electrician or a light electrician. You better do something. You got to have some kind of trade that you can always fall back on and make some quick money if you need to. You may need to get a job for 3-4 months to get on your feet to do what you normally do. But you gotta have some sort of skills. And so if you young, I could teach you how to type, I could teach you many things. Meaning, like I said, I'm a person that know a lot of things. I appreciate knowledge of all sorts. So I learn all type of things. Peace and wisdom, Glenn Jones. We already aware of that. We already spoke about that the first 15-20 minutes of this video. Kevin Samuels thing. And so I guess we can say it one more time. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Shalom, shalom. Hopefully his family took him care of and they make sure his shit go where it need go. Like I told y'all in a previous video, YouTube is the new COINTELPRO scheme. They got us by putting drugs in the neighborhood. They got us by putting the gangs in the neighborhood. Because the gangs is COINTELPRO too. That's why they fall under red and blue. And now they going to get y'all with YouTube. Meaning y'all gonna either get Tasha Cade killed off or just get more money than y'all know what to do with. Meaning most of y'all are geeky ass nerds. And so when y'all get a little fame and a little money, y'all gonna be partying, y'all, you get it? Y'all gonna be like gullible people. Y'all gullible. Y'all gonna fall into everything and kill y'allself from partying. Meaning I probably, if I have to guess, I'll say Kevin Samuels has been living a life he ain't used to. Partying and shit. And probably trying shit he usually don't fuck with. You know, they like yo in Hollywood, but that shit will fuck up your heart. You get it? He 55 years old. Do a bump here and there because he done met a little Hollywood bitch right quick and they chilling, and then you just clock out. The point I'm making is YouTube for that. Those of y'all that's nerdy, you ain't used to life. I come from the gutter moving keys and shit in the water. So I'm used to thoughts throwing they self at me. I'm used to like niggas trying to get you on drugs and shit. That's regular. You get it? If you from a certain lifestyle or a certain neighborhood, that's regular. You're not gullible to that. You get rich and go to Hollywood, you're not gonna be like, oh, that's regular shit. You been getting fly, you know how we go. Yes, maybe a level up, but you're not unfamiliar with the strategy of things. There's no big deal to you. You're like, I'm good. I don't fuck with that shit. Because you've been in them environments. A big time drug dealers all around and little tricks around, and it's the same environment. And they bumping and niggas be bumping with them. Meaning bumping. Like, whatever the chick do, niggas gonna party with her. I never fell into that, blood. I don't do that. Sorry. I smoke bud. That's as far as it go. You wanna get drunk? I'm good. I'll sip off your shit. And that's that. I keep anything to a minimum. That's then. I'm not speaking about now, I'm speaking about then. The point I'm making is if you don't come from a wild background, maybe you went to college when you was younger, you get wild there. But it helped to give you a perspective when you get into these certain environments, like Hollywood, where you got a little more discipline or control over yourself. You kind of used to get it. If you always been a bozo or a nerd your whole life, then you accept it. It's more easy for you to fall into things for acceptance purposes. Kevin Samuels look a little nerdy. Like at some point he was geeky and nerdy. And so those of y'all that's like geeky and nerdy, and like I said, YouTube gonna get the blacks. Y'all better keep y'all eyes open. I mean, most of y'all gonna get Tasha Cade, or y'all gonna get sued. Or you either gonna get locked up because you don't understand how taxes work and shit, and how you gotta pay your taxes. Many different aspects, but y'all keep y'all eyes open. Big Usyk, salam shalom. Rest in peace to the thousands of people that done died this year. They ain't even hardly get there yet. Big Usyk.